Hi everyone, I'm Trisha, it's me Jenny. It's time for another Not Naked video response to Trisha Hershberger's series Naked Truth, where we talk as candidly and as truthfully as possible about a subject of her choosing straight out the shower, no makeup. Mostly I have wet hair, I've got a little kind of wet frizz going on. I have just got out of the shower, you just can't really tell, but there we go. First take, one take, no cuts, etc, etc. Most people choose to do it naked, I choose not to, but either way it's not a sexy time thing, it's a being vulnerable and honest and challenging the vlogger to be vulnerable and honest. And yeah, today's subject is Ghostbusters, and this will probably be quite a short video because the thing is, I know very specifically the first time I watched Ghostbusters. I watched it for the first time ever in full 2 years ago, in December 2014, as a video review thing. First time I watched it was to review for one of the offshoots of SourceFed and DeFranco movie clubs that I was part of, one of the community run ones. I can't remember which one specifically, but I watched it for the first time in December 2014, making me 20. So I didn't run around as a kid wearing the costume and pretending to fight ghosts. It wasn't part of my upbringing, and I enjoyed the film. I'll try and remember to put a link to that review in the description. It was when my room was completely different and my hair was different and I had a different camera, so generally I just look better than I do now. But yeah, it was a long time, well, it was 2 years ago that I watched it for the first time. I haven't watched it again since, and I didn't have an emotional connection to it as a child. I enjoyed the film, watching it as an adult, but I just genuinely don't have that emotional connection to it. So I'm not going to go see this film, I don't think, unless something extraordinary happens between now and when it comes out. It's not because of the genders of the characters. I think ghostbusting is completely ungendered, so I don't think the gender matters. I personally, from the trailers, don't think it feels particularly funny, but then again, that just might be the trailers. It might be that I haven't seen these actors in any other film. I haven't watched Bridesmaids, and there's been very few other films where I've seen these characters featured. I haven't seen Spy, so I don't really have a connection to the actresses. I don't really have a connection to the story, and I have no emotional connection to the story, so I'm not going to spend money in order to spend money. That being said, I don't feel like it should be a problem that there are women in this, but I think it's quite an extreme reboot. I am all for extra representation in films, 100%. Female characters and people of different races and genders and everything. Like, more representation does need to happen, but I feel like saying we're going to switch from one side to the other for the sake of switching from one side to the other doesn't necessarily have a positive effect. It's shutting one door on one gender for the sake of opening the door to another. And it's a great thing. It's a great thing that they are taking these steps. It's, you know, visionary and new and exciting, but I'm not going to go see this film. It's not because of the genders, it's because I have no emotional connection to the content whatsoever. If they were, for example, to make a female James Bond film where it's Jane Bond, I'd 100% go see that because I love James Bond as a franchise, and that's an interesting thing for me to view, as changing the gender over in that capacity. I don't think if they made a female James Bond that they'd then cut out all the male cast members for the sake of having one switch gender. Similarly with Doctor Who, if they were to make Doctor Who female, I don't think they're going to make all the companions suddenly male. There'll probably be a mixture. I don't feel like those sort of stories would cut one for the other, while this one has, and that's not a problem in its own right, but I feel like it's setting a precedent for non-inclusive inclusivity, if that makes any sense. I feel like, again, if I had watched it as a child and I had an emotional connection to the series, I might be more willing to spend my money to go see it, but right now I've only seen it once, and that one time was when I was 20, and I enjoyed it, I really, really did, but I don't have the emotional connection to the franchise. If I can't think of a really good example of something that I loved as a child that I would love to see rebooted and regendered. I just can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But if that were to come into effect, I think I would consider watching it more, but not at this point in time. I think it's wonderful that representation is happening, but I think it's being done in a it's being done more for the sake of let's be feminist than it is for let's make something interesting in the story. I'm hopeful, I'm so hopeful in my little heart that it'll turn out well and that it will be really well received, and that's a huge step. I don't think it will be. From what I've seen of the trailers, I'm sceptical. I'm very, very sceptical. I'm hopeful and sceptical. But I personally am not going to spend my money on it just because it's got female leads. Same with Batman v Superman. I had no connection to Batman and Superman. I'm not going to go watch the Batman v Superman film for the sake of Wonder Woman turning up for the last 10 minutes. I will go see the Wonder Woman film because I'm damn well interested to see a Wonder Woman film, but I'm not going to go see Batman v Superman just because there's a female superhero and she's one of the first superhero women to appear in a big movie like that. Yeah. That's my thoughts. It was meant to be a short video, it's not. I'm terrible at sending these in. I'm so bad. I'm so terribly bad. I'm not going to make the promise to send it in because apparently I'm not a lady of my honour, but hopefully I will. Feel free to comment down below. I will see you guys all very soon. Yes, I'll see you guys all for Naked Truth next week, hopefully on time. Who knows, I might have caught up, I might not. And see you all tomorrow for however many videos I catch up on tomorrow. I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle this month, but yeah. Thank you for watching, feel free to comment, and I'll see you guys all very soon, and enjoy Ghostbusters if you're going to go see it. And if not, have, you know, an open mind. I hope it's good. I hope.